it, everybody? Good?
Good.
All right. So my name is Robert Becerra, and today I want to talk to you. First off, let's start off this way. Have you ever been afraid to walk your car after dark? Or what about you're seeing somebody being hurt or abused and you want to help out, but you really don't know how because you haven't done anything like that? Well, today I'm going to try to persuade you to take martial arts classes or self-defense classes. Now there's different types. According to What Are the Different Types of Martial Arts by Robert Russo, you have three main ones. You have stand-up, ground, and then hybrids. Some of your stand-up ones in arts and different classes that you can take are going to be like boxing, taekwondo, karate. Those are going to be some of the more main ones because they're going to focus on kind of like how kickboxing would. You're punching and you're kicking at the same time. So those are going to be real good for your self-defense classes as well. They're going to help you keep attackers at bay and get them away from you pretty quickly. You also have ground aspects of it, or grappling per se, and those would be something like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. You also have wrestling, Sambo wrestling, and then you also have sumo wrestling, which we all know. So those are, and it's not the type of wrestling that you see on TV with the WWE and The Rock with the whole eyebrow thing. It's not that one. It's a little bit more involved. Think more like high school, college, state championship. Those are fun as well. And then you also have your hybrids. One of them, Jeet Kune Do, made famous by Bruce Lee, of course. Then you have ninjutsu, which we all think ninja, right? So cool, the Japanese. And you also have Krav Maga, which is made good by the Israeli Special Forces. So all these are different types of martial arts classes that you can take, or self-defense classes, because each one of those martial arts offer self-defense lessons and classes that's a little bit different curriculum than would be if you're trying to go the traditional martial art way. Some of the benefits of taking self-defense and martial arts as well, there's health benefits, of course, because you're learning these techniques, you're working out while doing them, because obviously you got to have some type of stamina, some type of strength, and some type of knowledge of all of these aspects in order to perform these techniques or to keep people at bay and keep them away from you. So there's always health benefits there. Good blood pressure, heart health, lower cholesterol because you're working out, you're burning, sweating calories, you're getting rid of all that bad junk out of your body, and then also it can help you control some of your glucose and insulin levels for some people who might be diabetic and trying to look for another way to, kind of, instead of just working out, more of a fun way to build community and stuff like that. So another thing is the community. The community is like a brotherhood. You get into these classes and the self-defense aspect of it, you learn more, but I know a lot of people that have started taking self-defense and loved it, and they've learned quite a bit, and it's more of a fast-paced style curriculum where you learn more of the tactics that would keep people at bay and keep you safe and let you walk home, while the other person might be down on the ground crying and screaming and writhing in pain. And some of them, they are like, oh man, this is so awesome. I want to start taking the traditional side of it. I want to take the art. I want to learn more about it. And so they start getting more involved with the teachers and the other students around. And so they start building resources and communities. And just like anybody, we all seek out community. The community and the brotherhood that you learn and start to develop with these people is always amazing. In my own experience, I know that the brothers that I've made in my art are there with me for life. We have so many memories and cherish them so much that we always say we've blood, sweat, and tears, man. Blood, sweat, and tears. We've done it, So we have so many stories like that. So many. You get us together, and we can talk for hours about stories that we have. But on top of the community, you have self-confidence. It builds a lot of self-confidence learning these techniques and moving through that curriculum, whether it be on the self-defense side or the martial arts side. You have a lot of information, and then you also hold a lot to these young students that are coming in. You help teach them, you help shape their minds, the way that they see the art or the way that they see self-defense, and to not be able to use it in the wrong times or to hurt anybody. Some of the applications talking about that is when faced with something like a situation like that. When you're faced with a situation where somebody's hurting somebody, and you know the move that can kill somebody, or you know the move that can just kind of leave them be, can make them kind of just go away. They can be hurt, and then that's it. Not fatally wound, just wound them. That's your choice. That's for you to do. And in the art and in self-defense, you learn that. It's all about getting away and walking away. It's not about killing people. It's not about taking lives. It's about you being safe. Some of the applications also that you can do is your work life. You learn to handle situations of insubordination, or when somebody's coming at you aggressively, you learn how to talk them down, because you learn different ways to talk to people when they're angry and when they're upset. Because when you're sparring, you might accidentally hit somebody in the wrong way, and it might make them really, really angry. And, you got to talk them down, because you don't want to go to violence. We learn so that we don't have to. We don't learn so that we do. Right? So, another thing that you can do it is in sports, obviously. The health benefits, the working out, the exercise. When you're in sports, you have to have all those same things. Speed, strength, stamina. You have to have a good mind. All those things, agility, the flexibility, all those things can be applied from the martial arts side of it, or the self-defense side of it. The stretching, the push-ups, the thousands of punches that you do, the thousands of times you're sparring. So these are just some of the things that you can apply to your daily life, to work, to sports. But today I've begun to persuade you. To take martial arts or self-defense classes. And whether it be with Muay Thai, boxing, Jiu-Jitsu, Krav Maga, Ninjutsu, or just a basic self-defense class with your college, there's tons of health benefits and confidence boosters and applications that you can do in your life, in sports, or your work life, or just for yourself in general, to make you a better person. There's tons of different applications. So I'm going to end it with saying, now you don't got to be afraid. You start taking these classes, you don't got to be afraid. And on top of that, you've made a whole bunch of buddies that can definitely kick some butt. Thank you.